You aren't at all what people say about you.
I don't want to be called the Hood anymore.
So what do you want to be called?
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So Arrow Season 2 is coming back, and I thought I'd talk a little bit about what's going on with all the characters, which new characters from the DC Universe are appearing, how it's going to cross over with the new Flash TV show, and how Christopher Nolan ties it all together. So let's get started. First things first, let's have a moment of silence for the death of Captain Jack. Turns out all he needed to find peace was a new show. Just kidding. But seriously, Malcolm Merlyn is actually dead on the show. They did confirm that his character will not be coming back, so Jack Harkness will not be reappearing. Since he's dead, Arrow needed a new villain, so Naveed Negabad from Homeland is actually guest starring as Al Awad. He's from the League of Shadows, so there will be a League of Shadows connection in Arrow Season 2. There are also a ton of other new cast members that I'm really excited about too, including Summer Glau. She'll play Isabel Rochev. She's another character from the comics, but like a lot of shows like Game of Thrones, they're changing a few things about her story just to kind of suit the season. She'll be more of a business person during the season, but I'm guessing since Summer Glau plays so many action roles that her character will have something to do with the League of Shadows by the end of the season. On the show officially, her character will be running another business trying to take over Queen Industries after the death of Oliver's father. But I'm guessing it'll be some sort of like a Talia fake out in The Dark Knight Rises where a business person will turn out to have some sort of evil ties. But just to be clear, I'm certain that her character will not be Talia. That character's just like a little too big and a little too recent for them to be using it on TV. But I do think that her character will have ties to the League of Shadows, especially this new big bad. The other character we all need to get really excited about is Black Canary. Katie Lotz will be playing Black Canary. She'll actually be playing the sister of Laurel. A lot of people thought that Laurel might end up becoming Black Canary, but that looks like it's not the case. So I'm guessing there'll be some sort of love square going on. So now you have Laurel and now Katie Lotz and the Huntress from last season. So Oliver's going to be juggling a lot of ladies, so this should be really funny this season. But the real big reveal, especially at Comic-Con, was the fact that the Flash is going to debut on this new season. That's right, Barry Allen will become the Flash in episodes 8 and 9, and then they'll use that character to spin off a new Flash show next year. It's the same creative team. And one of the really cool things is that because it's such a big deal, it went all the way up to Christopher Nolan. Even though Warner Brothers owns the CW and all these characters, they still have to have someone okay all these decisions to use all these big characters. So obviously they can't use Batman, and there's a lot of other characters they can't use just because they're too big, like Superman. But because the Flash hasn't really been used in a long time, and because the CW is doing so well with Arrow, they really wanted to do a Flash TV show. It's just much cheaper and much easier to get going. But if you didn't know, in addition to working on the Batman franchise and working on the Superman franchise, Christopher Nolan also became creative director for the DC Universe as it applies to all of Warner Brothers movie and TV properties. That's right, anytime anyone wants to do a movie or a TV show in the DC Universe and use a big character or a new character or do something they haven't done before or aren't already doing, Christopher Nolan has to take a look at it. There's actually a couple other people in Hollywood that do things like this. One is J.J. Abrams and the other is Joss Whedon. So J.J. Abrams owns Bad Robot, and Bad Robot does a billion different TV shows and movies, and J.J. Abrams ends up looking at all of them at some point, even though he doesn't actually run all these shows and all these movies. And Joss Whedon recently became that for the Marvel Universe after Avengers started blowing up. All they really do is just kind of help all these characters and all these shows work together. So when the showrunners wanted to use Barry Allen on Arrow Season 2, Warner Brothers said, "You have to ask Christopher Nolan about this." And it turns out Christopher Nolan got really excited about the idea of Barry Allen on Arrow. So you know that if Christopher Nolan got really excited about Arrow Season 2, then you all need to watch it. So when the show comes back, I'll be doing regular episode recaps every week and reviews. I'll be talking a lot about how the characters are different from their comic book versions. It's just like when they change things for TV, so the characters are going to be a little bit different. So it'll be exciting to see what some of those differences are. Be sure to subscribe to get all those videos. And if you really want to help me out, please like and share this video. I'll also be doing a big Game of Thrones video series that I talked about earlier this week. I'll probably start posting those videos on Monday. It'll talk mostly about Season 4, so get really excited. I'm also working on a Divergent movie preview in the Walking Dead Season 4 video for this week. In the meantime, you can learn all about how Joss Whedon is killing Avengers in Age of Ultron by clicking here, and you can click here to get my preview for Sherlock Season 3. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow. High fives!